Hello and welcome to Whisky Resource. My name is Mark. This is review 163 and today I'm going to be doing a review of this Glen Scotia 2021 Campbeltown Malts Festival release. I did do a brief first thoughts of this when I first tried it. This is my second bottle. As you can see, I'm halfway through it. It is bottled at a 56.1% ABV. Natural colour, non-chill filtered. It is unpeated. It is a 10-year-old Bordeaux wine cask finish. But of course, most of you will already know all of that because you will have known exactly what this whisky tastes like and how much it cost, about £50. Of course, every year, as part of the Campbeltown Malts Festival, the Campbeltown distilleries release special editions. Glen Scotia, of course, as you can see there, over the last few years have released various iterations of their festival bottle, starting with the 2018 Ruby Port, then the Rum, then the Tawny Port, and this, the Bordeaux Red Wine. Now, got a little picture here, which you'll see, shows how the boxes can line up to reveal a picture of Campbeltown Harbour. So what is the 2022 release going to bring? Well, that information has already been made available. For those people who are in the know, the United States of America do require that new bit whiskies, the labels, are submitted for approval on the Alcohol, Tobacco, Tax and Trade Bureau. So the 2022 release is going to be a peated PX cask finish at 56.5%. So Pedro Ximénez cask finish at 56.5% ABV. And we have a picture of what the label looks like. You've probably already seen this online. But we're not here to talk about that one. We're here to talk about this one. So I say I've tried this quite a lot. See, I'm on my second bottle here, halfway through. And this is really to talk about this whiskey. You're getting that salty maritime influence that is distinct of the Campbeltown whiskies, specifically the Glen Scotia. Then you're getting a jammy red wine of deep red berries, black currants, red currants, bit of raisin maybe in there. There's a touch of earthiness to it. There's a touch even of dunnage maybe. Sweet. With caramel notes, touch of honey, vanilla and ginger. It's wonderful. And on the palate, salty. That maritime influence straight through at the front. You would even suspect, just the palate, that there's something peaty in there, but there isn't. But that Campbeltown, that Glen Scotia maritime identity can fool you into thinking there's something else going on there. Then comes sweetness, a syrupy texture. You're getting that jammy quality again of those sugared, stewed berries, the red currants again, the blackberries, cranberry. It's sweet, it's honey, it's syrup. Then the spices arrive. Again, you're getting probably ginger mainly, touch of cinnamon. Definitely some red wine comes through, of grapes. I'm not clever enough to distinguish between different grape varieties in wine, so I wouldn't say there's anything specifically Bordeaux, but it does have a deep musky quality. It's got dusty leather books, black leather, almost a damp cardboard paper. It's tangy, it's sweet, it's sour, it's umami. It's got all of the different main flavour categories going through there. I think the one that's missing is smokiness. There is some earth in there. This is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful whiskey. It really is. It's fantastic. And how does it compare to the previous years? I still think that it's a toss-up between Ruby and Tawny as to which one is the best. But they're really close together. I alternate between them whenever I try them. This sits somewhere between them. It battles it with the rum, but there's so little to divide them. I do think that this could probably do with a little bit of peat. More peat would be great, but a little bit of peat just to give it that extra zing of flavour and to just harmonise everything a little bit more. It's still a stunning whiskey. It's 10-year-old. It costs £50. It's cask strength. On a value score, it gets 100 out of 100. This provides a value for money whiskey. There may be some bottles still kicking around if you have a look around. I do believe Glen Scotia put out the most bottles of this than any of the previous years. And looking at the bottle for this year, the 2022, we suspect the same will be true again, and there'll be plenty of bottles to go around. It's such a fantastic whiskey. Fantastic whiskey. About it, matured in first fill bourbon before a 5-month finishing period in Medoc Bordeaux red wine casks. Just absolutely stunning. Cannot complain about this whiskey at all. As I say, if there was one little requirement from it, it would be that it had a bit of peat to it, a bit of smoke. Doesn't need to be particularly heavy. I think it does wonderful on itself. That little bit of extra earthiness, smoke maybe would just... But you know what? Drop a bit of one of the peated versions of the whiskey into this, and oh my, you've got something even better. There it is.